this is the channel for you, and I welcome you. Thanks so much. I hit the microphone. Hey guys, my name is Kiki, and if you're new to this channel, welcome. And if you like classic rock news with a little bit of a twist, then maybe this is the channel for you. So let's go ahead and get into some classic rock news. Brian Johnson of AC/DC fame, he had to leave a few years ago due to hearing problems. And the amazing guitarist Joe Walsh of the Eagles, well, they recently got together because Brian actually has a show in the UK called A Life on the Road. So Joe did this show with Brian, and he put out a tweet, something to the effect that it said, "Making music for the day," and he was with Brian. So maybe they have an EP coming out. We just don't know yet. And what about this AC/DC hullabaloo? All of those pictures that were taken last August at Bryan Adams' studio in Canada. Is AC/DC putting out an album? They're saying yes, they are, but we have heard nothing about it yet. So hopefully more to come on an AC/DC album soon. We will see. And speaking of Joe Walsh joining Brian Johnson, well, someone else that he recently joined was Sheryl Crow. I know, right? She's got a new album coming out called Threads, and other people that have joined her on this album, Keith Richards, Don Henley, Stevie Nicks. Sheryl Crow isn't fooling around here. And I mean, her voice is still as smooth, yet rockish as ever. And her and Joe actually did a song together called Good Old Days. It's good. It's real, like, it's good. The title says it's Good Old Days. It's a good song. I will link the video in the description box. And Cheryl's singing, doing her thing, and then when Joe Walsh comes in, I mean, you just can't get tired of his voice. You just cannot. So again, take a listen to that if you get a chance. It's really good. Good Old Days is really good. And so remember about this time, well, it's a little later, last year, about like August of last year, the American Pickers, Mike and Frank, they went traipsing through the woods of Western Massachusetts, and what do they come upon? Aerosmith's old tour van. Crazy. Like, who would even leave that sitting in the woods? So they gave the guy $25,000 for this rotting heap of metal, and they had it all restored. The Aerosmith guys, they're really psyched about it, and they've been showcasing it at their residency at the MGM in Las Vegas. But now there's a whole special all around the restoration of this amazing, iconic piece of history. The Van has its own TV show coming out. July 8th on the History Channel, the American Pickers will be sharing their adventure with all of us, taking the van to Las Vegas. I cannot wait to see it. I've seen a few clips, and you can too. Of course, they're all over the place. You can just Google them. It looks really great. Of course, everyone from the band is going to be in there, and Brad Whitford said that some of his best memories are inside of that van. I bet all of them have some of their best memories inside of that van. So again, July 8th on the History Channel, Aerosmith's original tour van. Really neat. Kirk Hammett from Metallica, the guy is always thinking. He's always got something going on up here, right? And his bandmate Robert Trujillo, both from Metallica, well, they've got like a day off while they're on tour. So on that one particular day off, why not put a band together? Another band besides Metallica. Okay, so they're joining a bunch of other artists. They're going to do classic rock covers. And the name of the band is called The Wedding Band. And I was all excited. I'm like, oh my God, so they're going to be doing weddings? I'm sure for the right price, they'll go out and do your wedding. But it's going to be big money. It's not going to be $500. It's just not. So the Wedding Band is actually performing, I don't know, it's some venue in Canada. It's a one-night only thing. Tickets are $300 a piece. You can only buy 2 tickets. And here's the thing, only 100 tickets are being sold. So you want to talk about being up close and personal with a couple of the guys from Metallica and some other pretty great musicians as well. You can go to this website. I'm just not going to lie, but cosmomusic.ca, because I'm not used to saying .ca. You say .com, but because it's in Canada. So cosmomusic.ca. If you want to get those tickets, I don't believe they're on sale yet, but very soon. You can keep refreshing to see when they go on sale if you really want to go. Pretty cool. One night only. So you know I love talking about Steve Perry. I have a stool for him. Things are good, right? I ordered a Steve Perry t-shirt. It has still not come to me yet. I'm waiting. Let's go. So you go and Google Steve Perry. you're not gonna find much. You're just not. There's not much recent stuff at all. Like, the last thing I think was the song he did when he's driving in the car. Okay, that's like the last thing. That was a few months ago. But I did find an interesting interview with Steve Perry and Jim Brickman. Now, if you're not familiar with Jim Brickman, I used to DJ weddings with my husband. I'm very familiar with cocktail music, jazz music, stuff like that. Because during the cocktail hour at a wedding, you played Diana Krall, you played Kenny G, oh my gosh, of course you did, and you played Jim Brickman. So that's who Jim Brickman is. And again, he does this pretty cool interview. It's kind of a technical, not really technical, but they talk about music and songwriting and things like that. So I will link that interview in the description box. And if you just want to hear Steve's voice, listen to it. It's good though, it's good. You know, and I'm Googling Steve and I'm like, I gotta find something recent, but again, there's not much. So I'm gonna go on to Phil Brown again. I just want to talk about Phil Brown just for one more second, and then I'll be off Phil Brown. But I think that, and I said this last time, Phil Brown just needs to give Steve the demo tapes back, right? That's the right thing to do. And I think here would be the perfect place for the three of us to get together and do that, because it's quiet, it's small. No one's going to know where they are. No one will find Phil Brown or Steve Perry. Trust me, not going to happen. I'm not going to say that I'm going to hide them, but they will not be, no one will know where Phil Brown and Steve Perry are. So I'm just throwing it out. Again, I like throwing these things out to the universe to see where it goes. So maybe Steve Perry and Phil Brown will exchange the demo tapes here, and I will get another stool. I will do that for you, Phil Brown, because I'm sorry, this is Steve's stool. So I will have to get, it will be a nice stool. I can guarantee you that. So don't worry, Phil Brown, I will get you a nice stool. So guys, that is it for Classic Rock News today. Have a great day, a great night, a great weekend, a great everything. And as always, remember, because you know, gosh, dang it, I love classic rock. I love classic rock, and that's the only reason why I do this, because I love talking about it. I love talking about these artists. I just love it. So guys, remember, most importantly, be happy and keep rocking.